It's the Shahe and Mazvo show.
Always a
Welcome
pleasure.
back.
Thank you for having me, Pat.
Well, listen, we are indebted to you because you repair all kinds of cars,
I do,
right?
yes.
International cars, domestic
Everything.
cars. All of them have at least one thing in common. They have lights that pop on.
That they do.
On the dashboard.
Warning lights.
And then the one thing that we have in common besides is we tend to go pale.
That we do.
And start to panic.
That's because we don't know. That's the biggest fear.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, for example, the temperature light.
Temperature light. With our hot weather here upon us, that's crucial. That's like the blood pressure. You don't want to have high blood pressure. The engine, when it starts overheating, it'll give you that warning light. The first thing you do is pull over, roll the windows down, turn the air conditioning off, and turn the heater on. What that does is it takes the coolant, the hot coolant, away from the engine into the heater core and cools the engine down almost 50% faster than you would just letting it sit still.
Pardon me? Excuse me. Someone in Avondale wants to know, it's 115 degrees outside.
Yes.
How long do I leave the heater
There,
on?
you don't stay in the car, you step out, because at that point, the vehicle's on the side of the road, and you just want the engine to be saved. That's the why.
My dashboard has just been shouting oil, the oil light.
Again, with our temperature, when you haven't checked the oil level, sometimes it evaporates, and that means you're low on oil. Crucial, that's the blood. You gotta stop, pull over, and pull the dipstick, check sure that the level is good, add accordingly, and you're good to go.
Shouldn't we just call somebody like you? Because to tell you the truth, I am the dipstick.
But that's
and I really have absolutely no
I wouldn't
idea
call you that.
what's going on under the hood. I'm not one of those guys.
I'll tell you, the number one thing that you can do before you panic, before you Google, go to the owner's manual. It's the Bible of the car.
Yeah.
In the very back, there's an index. You don't have to look page by page. Just go to the spelling, oil level, engine light, temperature, flip through it. It'll tell you what page, and it'll give you at least some guidance to calm down.
Okay. Now, if my battery light goes on, is that telling me that the battery automatically needs changing?
Not necessarily, because the alternator is what keeps the battery charged. So either you have a bad battery, it's weak, and in Arizona, you know, to get 2 years, you're lucky out of a battery. So consistently get in the habit of when you take it to an auto repair shop, and it should be done for free, just say, please check my battery as part of the oil change. Check the status, the level, the strength, and they'll put a dial indicator, and they'll give you a reading. You're 50%, you're 60%, you're good to go.
See, this is one of the reasons why it is. We have Shahe Kalikian on because he knows these basic things, been in Arizona for a long, long time. But here's the one that I'm concerned about. The only light that actually regularly goes on is the one that bothers me the most, and that is check engine.
Yeah.
And does that mean that the whole thing is going to explode always?
That's what everybody thinks, that the check engine light is because there's something wrong with the engine.
Yes.
Actually, think of dominoes, 5 dominoes holding hands, and they make the engine work. One domino falls, that's what it is. So it's not necessarily the engine. It could be a loose gas cap, it could be an air filter, and a vacuum leak. It could be something simple. Don't panic. Number one thing, make sure that the vehicle is running okay. If it's running okay, and it's not overheating, and there's no fluids or smoke, you should be safe.
You know what? A guy that I trust a great deal did tell me that in my case, it was as simple as the mixture of the fuel.
Sure,
that was
because you
going
know
in.
summer and winter fuel changes. And so sometimes I have customers that go up north to get away from the heat. When you go to higher ambient, that also may trigger it because the engine says, whoa, you've changed me, what happened? And it's works slower because of the higher altitude, the engine light comes on. Nothing to do with failure, it's just you shocked the car because you took it to a higher elevation.
Okay, tell me about another no sweat, no problem light.
A bulb light. If you have a bulb light, don't worry about it. Get out, look and see. Actually, be your own mechanic. See which bulb is out, mark it, walk in, say, I have a headlight out, please change it for me. That will make you not worry so much.
Shahe, the hysterical laughter that you heard in the background, that was my wife at home laughing at the line, be your own mechanic.
Yes.
But isn't it true that professionals like you
Of course.
are delighted when guys like me get under the hood and start trying to fix things?
Well, in most cases, yes. But for me, my passion is to empower. I would much rather have you call me and say, Shahe, guess what? I changed my oil filter, and I did my own air filter, and I changed my own bulb. That's exciting to me, that you have the ability to not be succumb to just getting charged for every little thing that you can do yourself.
Yeah.
So owner's manual. That's the Bible, owner's manual.
Okay, if I can find it.
I'll get you a copy.
But listen, besides my wife laughing, there are a number of people also who would love to know how to find the Mazvo
yes.
organization.
I've been in business for 25 years. I'm located at 4610 North 7th Street. I'm 150 feet south of Highland on 7th Street on the west side, 100 feet south of
Xavier
High School.
Yes, right. For all of the people who left much of their paycheck at Xavier.
And that bell rings.
If you have something left over and your car needs help, this is the guy, Shahe Kalikian. But you don't have to remember that as long as you remember Mazvo.